Hello ladies and gentlemen, today with BK. What I'm going to try to do in this video is, this was a northern car, which you would never know it based on my other video. If you look on my past videos where the frame and all that looks really good, so whoever took care of it did a good job up in north. But it required also a front license plate. I don't like the front license plate. I like this right here, even though it's from, I think, a 5th gen Camaro, maybe even 6th gen, but it looks good on there. But I'm getting the other one that actually was an SLP, which is gloss black, has the SS emblem on it from this era, and that is right here is where I'll show you that section. Well, I got the emblem put on. That's probably the biggest thing that I was nervous about, so it would look crooked. But they are very good emblems, and they have 3M backing on them. But I just cleaned it real well, actually with some Windex, and then I just kind of lined them up. Basically, if I'm looking here, right, this line up here and there, and up there and there, it looks really good once it's lined up. So, and hopefully this will look good, and I will show the process of how I'm going to install it. So that's what I'm going to do. This is on YouTube. It's pretty easy. Some people want to rip it out by pulling on this section here, and I don't want to do that. It's pretty dirty right now. What my intentions are is to pull that bumper cover off. I'm going to use a panel holder, and I'm going to clean it really well. What I'm going to do is I'll use 3M back behind this area. 3M, actually it's not 3M, excuse me. It's I think the Grille tape, and I'll show that when I go to do that. And then I'm going to take those rivets. I'm only going to drill one through the top here on both sides and just push that one in, and that should hold it. I shouldn't have a problem. If someone has a better idea, please comment, let me know. But to take this off, you know, when you pop this hood, it'll be those pull out pieces that you do there. I'm gonna get my brain straight today. But anyway, and then over here, there's 3 studs in here. There's one back behind the light to hold this on. This is actually in a socket. And then you'll disconnect your lights, and it should come off. I did it on a black Z28 because I wanted to bring it back to just a smooth front. But since this is an SS, I definitely want to put the SS grill on there. Alright, so stay tuned. So as you can see, I've just taken these 2 out. They're there. I like to keep things in order from where it was, but I just get this under here, and well, there it goes. And then try to get it to the fullest extent that it goes, and it just comes right out. They're not that hard to get out. You can tell these have never been pulled out, I bet. But there we go. And then try to get it out with one hand here. Alright. Alright, so got some of this panel off. These are all tins through here and tins back here. You don't really have to take this apart, but I took it off. This wind panel, this directional panel, I should say. That's where it comes up here, and I think these are all 8s. Let's look here. Yes, 8 millimeters come off of here, and that's what these look like. So it's fairly easy. I mean, I'm using these Milwaukee, and I mean, quick work out of it. It's really fast. You know, as you can see, the infamous 4th gen socket there. Probably put some, I hate to even try to move that because I don't want to break that socket, but I am going to eventually just replace that because, oh my goodness, they're notorious for that because they run all the time. But I like the way it looks though. Won't complain. But there's, as you can see up in here, there's a bolt there, right there, and then there's 3 bolts under here. It's kind of hard to see under here. Those are all 10s, and that's on both sides. So it's kind of hard to get some light up in there to show you, but that's also on this same side. So I'm gonna get those out. Once I do that, I'm gonna then remove these push pins, these 3, and this thing will fall down. So I got blanket here. I'm fortunate enough to have a lift, so got this sliding jack here, and I'm using it as a little prop for my blanket, so when this does come down, it doesn't mess it up. So, all right. Okay, I've got it off, and now that I have it off, you can see that the pins I was referring to, or excuse me, pins, the bolts that come out with the 10mm nuts on them, and then there was the one that came through up in here that I was talking about that you have to take care of as well. Then once you do that, you bring the bumper down, and then there's a dowel right here. It comes off of there, and it keeps it from scraping up your headlights, or the headlights can scraping up the paint. That my car needs to be detailed. I haven't done any of that until I know I've done all this. But the good thing is you can see that this is all intact. Looks like it's never been struck. That's always a good thing when you buy a used car. You never know. Although everything looked good in here, you can see how clean it is. I mean, it's just fresh and clean as all the stickers. I think this is just from Time. I know you can get those, I think, from Hawks. But I bought the grill from Hawks, and as you can see, I have the front bumper cover here. So I'll take these out. I'll take this off, and then I'm gonna take it outside and clean it, because it needs to be clean. It has some scuff marks under the bottom. It's a good driver car. It's a very, very good, presentable car. But that's why I got it. I wanted something that I could drive. Still is a collectible, but drive and have fun in, and enjoy. And so that's what my wife, she loves the car. So I'm going to do that, and let's see if we can't get this back on and see what this before and after looks like. So once you take those, they're 11mm, these nuts, take these little clips off the back. I think this is, as you can see, this thing needs to be cleaned up and polished. Previous owner looks like they scraped a few things. But hey, it's so far down, hardly anyone sees it. We'll get it done. But it does have these tabs right here that pull out. So you got to watch those tabs. If you have, you know, a nice detailed car, just watch for those things. But as you can see, those are where the tabs were. That was where the 11mm bolts go through. You can see it on this thing here. It's just plastic. It's plastic. So all right. So we're going to be out with the old and in with the new. So what I did was, I didn't want it to flex too much, because this thing is made of some rigid material. But what I do when I put it down here, I laid it out so it'd be like it'd be on the car. But man, it fits really snug in there. You see how it doesn't move either way? So as long as I put tape all the way down on both sides of this, I'm gonna do it on this instead of there, so that I know I can put the edge of the tape all the way to that section right there, and all the way this way. And what I'm going to use is, I know, I'll give him a shout out, another gentleman on YouTube. He was using the clear tape. Well, this is Gorilla Glue clear tape, mounting tape, and it's for indoor outdoor, and it says up to 38 pounds. Well, that is what, 2 or 3 pounds, and for it to be indoor outdoor, I'm really hoping that'll be a good thing. I will definitely come back to you and give you an update, you know, maybe 3 months, 6 months, and let you know how it worked out. But But man, does that make a difference in the front of this car with that blue and the gloss black. Man, I don't know about you. Give me the comments. Let me know what you think. I'm not going to use those Christmas trees that came with it. I do not want to drill into that, and then it'd be a dull black plastic cap that you can see. I don't care how low down it is. So in the comments, let me know. All right, I got it back on. Looks good. Looks fitted. See what you think. Everything looks good here. It's all fitted. Fit up in here. I'm pleased with the way it looks. It's always nicer with a darker color. You paint guys will know what I'm talking about. And let's go under here. I was able to get all these pieces all back on. These pieces, you know, this air scoop deflector, I should say, so it brings air up here to cool. And it works pretty good. It's a lot better than the 3rd gen one, the way it was, with a big old piece. I own one of those, so I understand your pain for that. But the only thing I see, something right there I didn't do. I didn't put that clip up there. I don't know if you can see that. Let's see if we can get that real quick while we're working. There we go. There we go. Got that in there. It's that little clip up top. You can see it. I did the other side here. You can see it there. But all right. Well, next I'm going to bring it down, and I'm going to actually go ahead and adhere that SS emblem to it. So there it is. It's on there. I think it just makes the car look so different, for the better. Nothing against the Z28s or nothing against anyone that uses the other style. This is my preference, just like I've said on my channel before. I own things based on what I want, not what other people want. So I think it looks really good. Good night with the dark paint. Oh my goodness, it has my fingerprints on it. But I will say, let's see if I can, you can't see it too well, but up in here is where the holes were up top for the original one. And I didn't like it because they were gaping open holes. So what I did was, if I can find it, right here. I have this set that I bought from Harbor Freight, and you look inside, I use these. I just push those in, and they have a gloss in, so you can, it kind of goes with the gloss look. That's just a tip if somebody's doing this. These are at Harbor Freight. I don't even know. I can't put a link in the description. I bought these a long time ago, but you go to Harbor Freight, they've got them. You can see how much tape I used. I used a lot, put it all the way around the sides, and then, you know, I just cut with a box cutter. I think that's just the easiest way to get the tape to cut without getting your fingers on it. But oh my goodness, and let me get under here and I'll show you what here. So as you can see, you know, I can pull on it. It's not going anywhere. It's a part of it. I mean, I put it down here underneath, down, not right here, but right in here, this area, because that sits down on it. And it looks so good because the old one will put marks on your inner section here. You can't see it now, but they were there, and it had rubbed down to actually that, you know, the plastic color. And so with this on there now, you can't see that, and it looks really good. I'm on the fence whether or not I want to put maybe a tree in here, Christmas tree in here and here, because that's the loose section, because the factory has those little tabs that go in. But I mean, so far you see it's the whole bumper moving. It's attached to it. What I like about that tape, and I'm not endorsing it, they're not endorsing me, but the Grille tape states on the package somewhere that you know, it adheres to the object because of the material it is. And so it adheres to the object. So you press it hard for about, they say 60 seconds. That's what I did in various sections. But I mean, it's on there. And you know, I hate to lose on that. This is a Hawks reproduction of the SLP, but I think it's a really nice reproduction. I mean, it is really nice. I wish that it came with a better installation. I wish it had tabs here. I think that would be a good thing to do. Have the tabs that would lock that in, and then maybe put the actual studs on the back so that you could screw it into the factory one. I know if you look up YouTube videos of SLP, when they sent these cars off, you can see that they're just adhering them on there. So you know, it's I think it's no different than double-sided tape that are putting emblems on and hold emblems on. You know, just like the emblem up top here. And so, you know, we'll see over time. It says that it can go from, I think, -40 to 200 and something degrees, this tape can. And so it just says to put it on with the ambient temperature at 50 degrees or higher. And right now, it's 69 degrees in the shop. So, oh, excuse me, I think it's 68 degrees, 69% humidity, I believe. So, but you know, just comment what you think. Please like, subscribe. I'm getting to the Corvette guys. Anybody that's on the channel for that, I'm getting to it. I apologize. There's several things I have to do on that thing. It is 31 years old now, and it's got a few things I've got to do. I've got to resolder the connections in the speedometer area, so we'll be doing that. I will say also with this Camaro, remember the roaring I said was in the back? It's no longer there. I changed the rear wheel bearings. What I did was I jacked it up and spun this and put my hand on just anything back there, and you could feel it grinding. But when I took the bearings out, the bearings were not, they didn't look burned, they didn't look tarnished, anything. It was a little surprising. See if I can get one out of the package here. And they came out pretty easy. It's the factory bearings, so come on. And so you can see, if you can see there. I mean, they were all intact. I don't know why at 45,000 miles it did that, but you know, I'm glad it didn't. That fixed it. I also saw online that you use this Motorcraft additive friction modifier. Clearly, it's made by Ford, as you can see. But oh my goodness, I have owned several 10-bolt rear ends, excuse me, and that's the first time that I have had no chatter. So I'll just tell you, I did that, but I also used the Valvoline full synthetic 7590. And it has the, as you can see, it says contains limited slip additive. So I know I had additive in there, and but I'm telling you, if you guys are doing that, whoever said that online that I saw, there it is. That I ordered off Amazon, and I think you'll be pleased with the lack of chatter, especially when you're coming back down. If you're coming back down from speed. But it's so nice now. I'll do a video of me driving around so you can actually hear this where it's quiet now. Before, I mean, I can actually hear the motor now and everything. It was roaring so bad once they warmed up. So, all right. Well, thanks for watching once again. If you'll please like, subscribe, ring the notification bell, and stay tuned for more. So today with BK out.